Hey, it's Nicole. I'm back again with more positive impact for mind and body and Mind Body Mastery's method for weight health and weight loss. And I just want to welcome all of you back. If you've seen the first and second video, you know this is the third piece of how I help my clients lose weight on a daily basis. Excuse me. So what we want to do is have you wake up every morning loving what you see in the mirror, totally dressing with ease and not feeling uncomfortable about any part of your body. We also want you to choose good foods and exercises and activities that make you feel good, but also have that weight loss thought in mind so that you're moving towards that goal even through the holidays. Now, I know a lot of you are like hard pressed to get a workout in. You don't know when it's going to happen, or if you're too tired after work, too tired before work. Wherever you are, I can meet you where you are, okay? Because I have a great little 5-minute chair workout, which we're going to do first here. And then after that, I'm going to lead you through a visualization. Now, the first video, what we learned was how to reconnect mind and body through that visualization. I also gave you a abdominal flattening exercise, the active breathing exercise. And I like that. I don't know if you'd seen some of the other videos I've done about posture. I'd like it if you combined that active breathing with the sexy walk that I talked about a while back. The other thing that we learned was in the second video was to identify the emotion, the negative emotion that's holding us back from our best weight loss goals, or even maintaining weight loss throughout the holidays, because the holidays are tricky. They're a wonderful time of year, but they can also have a lot of stress packed in them because we're always kind of negotiating and navigating familial connections and things like that. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a social connection that you're trying to sidestep or navigate. So that was part two. What emotion is holding you back from your weight loss goals or just maintaining your weight? Maybe you go off the deep end and maybe you drink too much alcohol, have too much sugar, too much carbohydrates, which brings me to the fourth thing I taught you were 5 foods that are really, really wonderful to have in your house to help you curb your cravings. And that process, I hope this opened a door for you, because when we looked at the cravings, they should also have backed up what you were experiencing emotionally. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at that first and second video to kind of get that connection that your emotions are playing on the limbic brain, the limbic and the pituitary gland. They act on your pancreas and your thyroid. And that's what starts to slow the metabolism down, is when your emotional state creates this negative chemistry in the brain that prevents you from your metabolism working on point for where you want to be weight loss wise, okay? Now, here's part number 3. And this is going to sound a little weird, but after I do the exercise that we need to do on this chair in order to make the major muscle groups in our body work for us and helping boost our metabolism. And that is a real boost. That's not like a fictional boost or a lie that you hear in the ads all the time. That's the real thing. But I'm also going to show you in the third visualization that we're doing today, I'm going to teach you how you can speak to your own subconscious mind. Now, this sounds a little weird, but it's the same premise or similar to hypnotism and mesmerism, but you're going to do it for yourself. So you don't have to pay anyone to do it. You're going to see this for yourself and explain to your own body mind how it needs to respond and react so it feels safe, it feels loved, it feels heard, and yet is on board with your weight loss goals. So that's the other piece of this. That's a very relaxing part of this. So if you enjoy meditation, you're also going to enjoy that part of this particular video. So this is how this workout goes. It's pretty simple. I've done it many times just to increase my circulation, because very often I'll be sitting here in my office and it'll be like 2 or 3 hours and I'm just sitting and I can't get a workout in. So I'll do this quick little workout just to kind of like tone up my arms, tone up my chest and my shoulders, because those are all crucial muscle groups in order to keep your posture aligned, which I'm going to hit on in a minute. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. But I also want to work abdominals, the core muscles, as well as my quadriceps and glutes. Yeah, I get it all in 5 minutes. It's like, wow. So this is how this goes. I believe I'm centered. So the first one, you're going to keep your heels under your knees, but you're going to slide forward, being mindful again, active breathing. Slide your hips forward off the chair. And you're just going to lower yourself down as though you're having a seat on the floor, and then lift back up. Inhale down, exhale up. This is the beginner stance with your heels under your knees. You can also modify it, make it a little more difficult if you want. Lift one leg up. Inhale down, exhale up. So you want to try to get 15 of those. Maybe you do 7 on one leg, 7 on the other leg, if you're going to extend the leg, and then 1 with both feet on the floor. The other thing I like to do, so that's going to work a little bit of quadriceps, works the back of the arms, and this is going to work glutes. So you're going to sit back, hesitate above the seat. Just hover there for about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, exhale, push up, squeeze the hips under, squeeze the butt really tight. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale at the top, lower down, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Squeeze the buttocks under. So you want to get about 15 of those in. Then, so we've just worked quadriceps a little bit. And if you want another quadricep exercise, what you could do for triceps and quadriceps, just prop yourself up, stay up there, so your hips are hovering above the seat. Inhale here, pull the knee in, and extend. In, extend. 15 of these. Okay? And then you're going to come back. So you can add on that exercise after you've built up a little strength doing the other exercises. The other thing I'd like you to work on, like I said, is upper chest and shoulder deltoid muscles. So I do this sometimes from the floor. And if you're a beginner, this is a good place to start. You can also do it against the wall. But I like this because you can move it from your knees. So you place your knees about 2 feet away from the chair, or however long it is for your torso to kind of be angled like this at a 45-degree angle. You're going to hold on to the chair. Inhale, lower the chest to the chair. Exhale and push back. Inhale, exhale. And the farther back you go, the harder it gets. You want to make sure that your chair is solid on a rug or, a non-slipping surface. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I like that to work the upper body, because what's important over time is that we build strength across the chest, the deltoids, and the upper arms, because it's going to be so important as you get older that you don't want to create something called kyphosis, which is this rounding of the upper spine. And you'll see it very often in people that either have a job that's over a desk, over a counter. They're always like this, so their body's adapted to it. So you don't want that. You actually want to strengthen the upper body so you can maintain beautiful form and a nice long spine. So the only other thing I like to do here for now, I showed you how to actively breathe. That's going to start to activate the abdominis rectus and the transverse abdominis, that deepest layer of abdominal wall, right? Now you're going to take a heavy stapler, or maybe you do have a 5-pound weight sitting around the house, but you're going to sit up nice and tall. Inhale here, allow the abdominals to expand slightly, right? Then you're going to exhale. And holding that jar of juice or a weight or a heavy stapler, as you exhale, you're going to drop down. Pull the abs back here and keep the chest in the same plane as the arm and the spine, right? So you're going to inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So the key to this, and it may be hard to see because I have a dark purple jacket on, but the key to this is to not round forward. You want to stay in that frontal plane. You don't want to move into the sagittal plane. So your inhale, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Now that's going to start to work a series of muscles called the obliques. And the obliques are fantastic to work because it really helps to narrow the waistline. And some people will say, oh, don't work obliques because you're going to build muscle and look fat. No, it doesn't mean that. If you work them properly, they will never get large. They'll get stronger and help you control the abdominis rectus at the same time. So this whole area just got a little mini workout, okay? And that's the idea. When you don't have time, you want to have something in your back pocket that you can just do at your chair any time of day, anytime you want. And it only takes about 10, 15 minutes. I mean, if you want to extend your reps, you could do 20 reps. You could add a little weight to your lap if you're doing some of the dips for the triceps. That's what I've been doing over time. Adding a little weight to it so that I get stronger and stronger. And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Just do it slowly and be conscientious of what your shoulders are doing, okay? So you don't want to injure yourself. If you go too deep, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Maybe you should just go halfway down. So it's all about common sense and sensing what your body can and can't do and adjusting accordingly, okay? Now, the next piece of this is going to be the quick visualization that will help you tell your limbic brain and your pituitary gland that these emotions are less important to you than being joyful, happy, and well balanced, okay? So if you did the second video and one of your 3 negative emotions that are impacting your weight or have helped you gain weight over time, one of the 3 is anger, sorrow or depression, or fear. So anger, fear, depression are the ones that we have to focus on. So if you have notes from the last 2 videos, bring them along, open them up, and focus on that emotion that popped up first for you. And I guess I'll shift this a little bit so you can see my upper body more than anything. And I'll get a little closer. So you're gonna sit in a comfortable chair just like I am and relax the upper body. You know, sometimes I'll do a neck stretch before I do this sort of thing. But you can drop your chin down to your chest to stretch your neck. Inhale, exhale, rotate the chin over to the left shoulder. Inhale at the top, exhale, down across the chest, over to the other shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep the chin on the chest as you rotate, and you should feel a really good stretch all throughout the triceps and the suboccipitals at the back of the head. Okay. So I want you to keep that emotion in mind as you start to move into this deeper meditative state, okay? So you're going to take a long, slow, deep inhale, exhale, and drop your shoulders down. Just relax and allow your head to be fluid and feel your breath move in and out of your chest. And as you breathe, with every breath, your shoulders drop a little lower. And with the next breath, you're going to exhale. And your shoulders are going to drop even lower as you feel the weight of your body sinking more and more deeply into the seat beneath you. And as you breathe here, I want you to feel completely safe, completely at ease with yourself. Breathing more and more deeply. Once again, I want you to drop your awareness down into that part of your body that had attracted your attention most in the first and second videos. Allow your awareness to drop down into that part of your body that attracts your attention most when you're thinking about your weight loss process. And as you breathe, become aware of the emotion that came up in the second video, whether it's sorrow, a depression, whether it's a fear, or if there's some anger you're holding, just drop down into that emotion and feel it. And now I want you to ask your subconscious mind if it is available to speak with you today. Breathing deeply and evenly, you can assume that you have your subconscious mind's permission to speak with it today. And we're asking the subconscious mind, please make available the anger or the depression or the fear that is blocking you from your perfect weight health to come forward so we can communicate effectively with that emotion. And we ask, please, this emotion that comes forward for me today, are you available for treatment today? And just sit with that for a moment. Feel how it feels for that emotion to be therapeutically treated today. And as you breathe, feel what it feels to communicate with this level of emotion inside your body. We're not rehashing details. We're not reliving this. We're observing in a state of complete objectivity. We're simply observing what the mind is doing in the body when we acknowledge and ask to treat the negative emotions in our body. Now, call out that emotion. Speak it out loud. Anger, depression, or sadness. Thank you for speaking to me. Thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you for participating in this treatment method today. Then I want you to say, superconscious mind that is connected with all wisdom, that is connected with the most high vibration, that is connected with my own divine template, please create a massive change history in the anger, the sorrow, depression, or fear. Create a massive change history for greater and greater satisfaction and less pain, suffering, and weight gain. Allow this transformation to act immediately on my pituitary gland, my limbic brain, my thyroid, and my pancreas. Allow it to act fully and completely, moving throughout every muscle, every bone, every tendon, every sinew, every cell. That this is my new state of perfect weight. I accept nothing less. I am all I need to be, all I need to have, all that I need to understand in order to attain my perfect weight health. And sit with this for a few more minutes. Feel the vibration move through your body, automatically adjusting the thyroid, automatically adjusting the pancreas, automatically aligning you with your perfect divine template. Breathing deeply and evenly. Feel the peace and love and compassion for yourself moving into your body from your head through your face, down into your throat, into your chest, down into your stomach, your intestines, your back. This peaceful light moving through your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, shins, ankles, and feet. Breathe deeply and evenly with this. And when you feel that this transformation is complete, thank your mind and body. Thank the anger, the depression, and the fear. Thank your subconscious mind. Thank your superconscious mind and all that it's guided by. Thank it. And gently open your eyes when you feel comfortable. Now, I know a lot of people talk about meditation as a beneficial part of weight loss. And there's a reason for that. But just meditation alone isn't going to do it. Obviously, yes, you need to make some alterations in your behaviors that dictate diet and exercise, but you also need to address those subconscious beliefs first, or experiences. So by addressing those emotions first, it is now easier for your mind and body to adapt new behaviors because it's not fighting you anymore. Your body, mind, and those emotions are no longer fighting you for your attention through the symptoms of weight gain. Now it feels heard, and there's room, there's availability for your awareness to adapt to new behaviors instead of constantly being preoccupied with the negative emotions. Now, I know you must be thinking, yeah, right, this sounds so freaking easy. It's just pathetic. I don't think I believe it, but I'm telling you, I've worked with this method with hundreds of clients now. Like, for instance, here's a quote from one client. She's speaking about me, this client. Her initial assessment is amazing and profoundly accurate. She works to create a connection between your spirit, emotions, and physical fitness. I've lost 25 pounds in the process, and it's been pretty powerful, by Amy S. Thank you, Amy S. That's just one. I mean, we're talking about a lot of people I've worked with over the years. Again, in the fitness and weight loss industries for 30 years. I'm a certified behavior specialist, metabolic technician, certified personal trainer. I'm also a Reiki master and a psychic. So I am able to look at the human mind-body connection from all of those perspectives, from the healing perspective, from the aesthetic perspective, from the physiological, biological perspective, from the neurobiology perspective that I've studied, included in my own study because I couldn't find any courses on it. So these are things that I know work. I know they work. And I know this is the future. This is why I call it a paradigm shift. This is really the future of weight loss. This is something that no one's talking about because it doesn't sell their products. This is something that no one's talking about because it doesn't suit their agenda long-term, okay? And I'm talking about all the fitness models, all the bodybuilders, the diet gurus, all of those people, they see it from their keyhole perspective, from their singular perspective. They do not have the 360 view that I've experienced over the years. So I just want you to get the benefit of that and then be prepared. So now we're starting to prepare the mind for the eventual desire to lose weight in January, right? And I just want to cover a couple of questions that have come up over and over again. Number one question, how long does this take to start losing weight? People are so anxious for a result really quickly. It can take anywhere from 5 days to 6 weeks. It really depends on you and your ability to connect deeply and then adapt to those new behaviors quickly. So it really is all up to you, and the time varies. I've had people who've done these kind of prep visualizations over a certain period of time on their own, and then they've joined me and lost weight 5 pounds in the first 2 weeks. So it really does depend on you and how you respond to this type of training, but it's different. So you can't expect the same exact results as you would if you were to go on, a intermittent fasting diet. Okay, that is again, you're kind of fighting yourself with that type of behavior. You're fighting yourself every time you restrict your diet to one type of foods. You're fighting yourself every time you force yourself to do something that is probably not good for you to do on that day. And that's about heart rate training. And I'm going to get into that into that in future videos coming up. So just bear with me. A lot of this is, this is information I gained over 30 years. So you're going to get it in a half hour. So and over the course of a couple of weeks. So bear with me. I'm going to talk about that also. The second biggest question I have is, should I count calories and weigh my food? Okay. Calorie restriction has never worked. It historically has never worked. It has always backfired on people. Why? Because with any of these methods, dietary methods, when you stop doing that diet, you gain the weight back. So stop. Don't. This is an organic process. I don't want you to count calories. I don't want to see you scale in your kitchen. I don't want to see you angsting over portions and timing and how many calories is this and how. Stop the crazy, okay? And that's what people want you to do, because that's their keyhole perspective. That's how a nutritionist would do it. That's how a bodybuilder would do it. It's not right for you. So just know that you're going to get different answers from this process, okay? And as a general rule, any meal I have, I rarely eat more than a fistful of food. If I eat like protein, a fistful of protein, I might have like a little salad next to it. That's what I did last night. I was at Red Lobster. I had the appetizer, scalloped, wrapped in bacon, delicious, and then a little side salad. I was full. I really didn't need anything else. And that's what I'm talking about. Choosing these foods organically, not like, I brought my, whipping your scale out of your backpack because you're at a restaurant, you have to weigh everything. But please, this is getting a little ridiculous. The other very popular question is, what type of exercise is best for weight loss? So again, it's this big advertising push blanket theory that you are going to respond exactly the way everyone else will respond to this exercise program, whether it's Orange Theory, CrossFit, wherever you go, whatever you want to call it, interval training, you are going to lose the same amount of weight. You're going to have the same results as all the other millions of people who are doing the same exact thing. That is the biggest lie that has been told to you over and over and over again in this weight loss industry. These are called theories for a reason. They are theories, and I'll tell you why. Because you are different, right? We know that. We got that. You're original. You're unique. You have a different background. You have a different exercise history. You have a different health history. You're going to require something different. So, and I'm just going to give you this quick example. When I was giving active and resting metabolic assessments at Lifetime Athletic in Harrison, New York, we had a plethora of women coming in saying, I haven't lost an ounce and I'm working out really hard every day. And well, what are you doing? And they tell me, I'm a spin addict. I love to go to spin every day. I'm getting my heart rate up there, 180, 190. I'm 35. I can do that, but I'm not losing any weight. I'm sweating bullets, sweating buckets here, but nothing's coming off weight-wise. Well, that's because of something called physiological adaptability. Your body is already adapted to that exercise. No matter if you love it and you're really enjoying it, that's fine. I'm glad you're having a good time. You're cardiovascularly in really good shape. But now that exercise has become so easy that your body doesn't need as many calories, right, to complete the exercise. Now it's easy. So that's what I have to say about that. There is no one exercise that is going to be best for weight loss, because you are different. So I will say this. This is the rule of thumb. If what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is the same thing you've been doing for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Change it. Just change it. You know, if you started out sedentary and you decided you'd walk 20 minutes a day, and that built up to 30 minutes and 40 minutes a day, now you're at like the 3 or 4 week point, and your heart rate isn't changing, right? Remember when I talked about heart rate just a few minutes ago? Then that means you have to change your workout entirely. Maybe you start doing stairs instead of walking. Maybe you start getting on an elliptical, excuse me, or maybe a recumbent bike if you have problems with your knees. So you want to do something different to work in a different heart rate training range. So you know what we actually recommended for the ladies who are getting their heart rates in the 180s every day at spin class? We actually recommended they start walking and keep their heart rate under 120, because that was harder for them, agonizing because it was slow and, you know, tedious, and walking was a boring thing to do by comparison to a spin class where everyone's like rocking out to great music. But it did help them lose weight. And this is what I'm talking about. That's why I don't want you to get your advice from someone who hasn't been there. Like, I've literally been there. So these are the things that you need to take into account, is that you are different. Your exercise history is different. So if you're doing something for 3 or 4 weeks, change it so the heart rate training changes. And that's what's going to continue your weight loss process or progress. Okay. So those are the top 3 questions I keep getting about this process and how it compares to other weight loss processes or programs. So again, you know, my purpose is to get you to wake up in the morning loving what you see in the mirror, feeling really good about yourself, like you're just doing the right thing for you moment by moment, and you're listening to what's happening inside your mind and body and how to respond to it. That's the most important thing. You know, the bigger thing too is that I recognize that you might be able to repeat these visualizations for the last 3 videos, which is great. But if you're still struggling with something that I'm talking about, I have a special offer for you. I wasn't going to release it until after the new year. I just didn't think it was going to be very popular, but I do see people are watching and I see they're enjoying the process. So I have a special offer for you coming up in the next video. It might even be out tomorrow, with you know, opportunities to continue this transformative process. And I can't wait to show it to you. It's going to be very exciting, and it'll get you to the next level. And this is all, like I said, in preparation for that time that you do want to aggressively take on a weight loss program in January. That's the whole point of this, okay? If you were to just dive in January, I can guarantee you you're going to gain it back by March. I'm looking for long-term weight loss, 3, 4, 10-year weight loss, okay? So I'm in this for the long term. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed any part of this video, if you feel that there's anything valuable to it for you, I would love it if you could comment or like and share, so that we can share this love, this new way of thinking and believing in your mind and body to help you lose weight. And in that spirit, I hope to see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the big announcement, the special offer that I have for you. All right. You take care, enjoy and love your mind and body. Thank you for listening. And I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock with